Hello, welcome once again to the Better Eurofan, that's me. For today's episode I'm going to review the Greek entry for Eurovision 2022, which has been represented by singer Amanda Georgiadi Tenfjord with the song Die Together. After the last dance offered to us by Stefania in last year's contest, which will not be the last one indeed, Greece continues with its good track record, giving us unique songs as usual, with that distinctive and particular seal from Greek music. Let's find out a little more about the artist chosen this time to represent the Hellenic nation on touring. Amanda Georgiadi Tenfjord, usually referred to her with any of her last names, is a Greek-Norwegian singer and songwriter in the genres of synth-pop, indie-pop and Nordic pop. Born in Norway of Greek father and Norwegian mother, she has lived her childhood between Greece and Norway and currently lives in Trondheim. Her journey into music starts since very early age, learning to play piano since 5 years old. Being a teenager in 2014, she starts to release her own songs, beginning a musical career, with also participating in many musical festivals in Norway. She has released 2 EPs to date and still has to release her debut studio album. This is due to the fact that, in parallel with her musical career, she's also studying medicine in the Norwegian University of Science and Technology. Although in 2019 she decided to put her studies on hold to focus on her musical career. Now you would think that, living in Norway, she would logically have tried to represent a Nordic country, but instead she opted for her Greek roots and tried to represent Greece on Italian soil. Let's take a look on how her Eurovision experience begins. Following the internal selection strategy, the Greek public broadcaster opened a submission period between September and October of last year for artists and songwriters to send their proposals, as long as they were signed to record labels and indicating the ideas and concept planner for the song presentation and promotion. Then an expert jury panel with people involved with the broadcaster and the Greek music industry was in charge of reviewing and selecting the received proposals, having announced the 5 shortlisted acts in mid-November and making a final decision by the end of the last year. Late December, they have officially announced Amanda as the selected Greek entrant for the contest that will be held in Turin, with the release of the official music video in early March. A track quite loaded with emotions and mixed feelings. Now here comes the analysis according to what she has presented in her official music video. The melody is a synth-pop ballad, light and soft sometimes, passionate and intense at other times. It's a quite interesting contrast. Amanda's powerful voice also helps to give strength and meaning, involving the listener through the context of the song. In this case, the lyrics talk about a dying relationship seen from many perspectives. In that sense, Amanda has commented that she wrote the song after having a breakup, trying to express the chaos and the sadness felt just in the very moment of the breakup, so it's very personal to her. While the verses talk about the difficulties or problems they have as a couple, the chorus relate those conflicting feelings, in which there is a desire to hold on to good parts they had together as a couple, suggesting that if they die together, maybe their relationship will bring back to life in another life. It's complicated to say if there's a specific message, because love relationships are complex already, and also these are different from each other. For anyone being in a situation like the one described in the lyrics, it might be more or less difficult to make a decision, because it's not easy to have things clear indeed. Analyzing the official music video, the plot intends to illustrate the background depicted in the lyrics. In the first shots, Amanda is seen with her partner in the music video, getting into an island by boat. Specifically, Izmir Island, located at southeast in the Greek archipelago of the Dodecanese, very close to Turkey. There are alternate shots of them having intimate moments in a house somewhere in the island. sitting up top on an isolated cliff with the views of the town and the sea. Specifically up there, Amanda's partner decides to not continue with the relationship, leaving her there on the cliff and going down by the hill back to his boat. During the bridge, Amanda is seen set in the living room of the house seen before, grabbing some dice. This will symbolize in some way that she's prepared to roll them to decide what she will have to do, if giving another chance to the relationship or let it get over. With the last chorus, Amanda is seen racing down the hill, stopping at some point as she witnesses him about to depart in the boat. The music video finishes with the uncertainty of whether she will go after him or let him go, making a summary of the comments. The Greek entry for this year is intense. Breakups bring a lot of emotions exposed, and for sure many will feel reflected in the story related in the song. During the staging and touring, it could be seen during the rehearsals there will be a lot of melted chairs on stage, being Amanda around them. I guess the chairs are representing all those parts that used to be part of the relationship, but as it's getting over, they are melting down. Then there were spotlights in blue and white, predominant mostly in the bridge preceding to the final chorus, and Amanda is wearing a full dress made of satin or a similar fabric. After watching her live performance in the first semi-final, I knew she would qualify to the final without difficulties, and it happened indeed. In the grand final, however, I noticed her voice was weakening a little many times during her performance, thinking that would have an impact on the points she could receive, but after the counting of the votes, it was not that much, as she ultimately placed 8th in the final ranking. Chris improves the result from the last edition and still gives us pieces of art converted into songs like the one presented by Amanda this time. Beyond the contest, she has not waited too long to move forward in her musical career, having released 2 more singles, so she was still on the headlines. The question is, will she finally record and release her debut studio album? Time will tell if that happens in a short term. And you, what do you think about the Greek entry for this year? Comment down below and let's make more discussion. And this is it for today's episode. Now that you came to this point of the video, give a like, subscribe to my channel and enable notifications. You can also find me and follow me in my social media. Take care and see you in the next episode. Bye bye.